Hello again and welcome to this weekend market analysis for the 4th to the 8th of September 2017. We are indeed glad that the month of August is now over and the summer holidays have now come to an end. As a result, majority of the market movers are expected to resume full-time trading. Okay. For your information, beginning from the month of September to the first 2 weeks of December are considered the peak periods of trading in the forex market. Obviously, these are the very best times to make money in the forex market. All right, without wasting much of your time, let's get this thing started. Looking into the Forex Factory economic calendar for this week, that's from the 4th to the 8th of September 2017, we have quite a lot to deal with regarding economic events that will be happening within this upcoming trading week. Okay, all right, let's look at them one after the other. As usual, intraday traders, traders trading from the 1 hour time frame, okay, and below 1 hour time frame downwards, must take all of these into consideration. All right, you must take all of the news announcement here into our consideration. All right, how about long-term traders? We are not looking into medium-term traders right now. That's the hour 4 time frames. How about long-term traders? Traders from the daily to the monthly time frames. What are those news events that they must keep on their our fingertips for this upcoming trading week? All right, first the sterling pounds. This is not really a heavyweight high impact news event. All traders must bear in mind that there is bank holiday coming for from the Canadian dollar axis and the American dollar axis on Monday, the 4th of September. All right, that means you want to be careful trading all Canadian dollar crosses and American dollar crosses on Monday, because the banks are one of those market movers, and whenever they are on holiday, price tends to begin to move in abnormal fashion. All right, volatility might die out, and it might become really abnormal in terms of price movement. Okay, so you want to be careful with Canadian dollar and all American dollar crosses. All right, on Tuesday, on the 5th of September, there is interest rate announcement for the Australian dollar. This is a high, in fact, a heavyweight, high impact news announcement for the Australian dollar on Tuesday. And this news announcement will be coming out quite early. Immediately after the interest rate announcement, it will be followed by the Reserve Bank for Australia statement. Right, the rate statement will be read out, and price volatility should continue within this period. All right, for these two news announcements on the Australian dollar, you are going to see heavy, massive movements as that news announcement will be released. Previously, the interest rate for the Australian dollar was kept at 1.5%, and the market, all right, it has been forecasted by traders to remain at that same 1.5%. Well, the actual value, the actual result is what is going to move the market within that period. Okay, if it is cut down, you are going to see absolute volatility, and if it is kept even at the same level, you are still going to see absolute volatility. So no matter what happens at the actual result, price is bound to move in heavy momentum. So on Tuesday, the 5th of September, be careful trading all Australian dollar crosses, as that interest rate announcement will be pumped into the market. All right, which other news announcement should longer time frames traders be care about? We have another one here coming from the Canadian dollar axis. That's from Canada, which is also our interest rate. Okay, the previous value was 0.75%, and it has been forecasted to remain at 0.75%. So the actual value right there is what is going to shake the market. Okay, so on Wednesday, you want to be careful as well trading all Canadian dollar crosses as a long-term trader, because this is also another heavyweight high impact news announcement. All right, what next? The interest rate again coming from the Euro axis on a Thursday. It seems this week is the week of interest rate announcements, followed by the ECB press conference. We are going to see again another heavy volatility on Thursday on all Euro crosses. The interest rate was formerly kept at 0% and is forecasted to remain at 0%. So you want to be really careful trading all Euro crosses on Thursday, the 7th of September at exactly this news release hour. Okay. Anything else? Let's go down a bit. Reserve Bank of Australian governor will be speaking here. That is a kind of monetary policy statement. You want to be careful with this as well. Aside from that, well, the unemployment change, which is very close to NFP for the Canadian dollar, wasn't released for last week Friday. So it is coming up this week Friday, this upcoming week Friday. So you will see again heavy movements for all Canadian dollar crosses on Friday, the 8th of September. So those are the news announcements that long-term traders should keep on their fingertips. And for us in the live trading room, these are the specific news announcements that we must trade. Okay, we are going to following that. We'll be trading all of these, the interest rate announcements. All of those interest rate announcements are things that we'll be trading live in the trading room. So all members will be following if we find any value setup, just like we did trade the NFP last Friday. Okay, so we are going to be trading these news announcements as well. All right, all of those in my boxes. All right, having said this in the economic calendar, let's now proceed to our charts and do our weekend market analysis. All right, let me fire in my first pair, which is the euro against the American dollar, and let me just resize this to my screen window. All right, so we can get a full picture. All right. Okay, that is it, and I am going to apply my pretty template. I have a template. Okay, so this is my template. Now let's analyze this pair beginning from the monthly time frame. All right, in the monthly time frame, although a lot of traders have called for this area to be observed, but I am not really paying much attention to that area. Let me just mark that. Let me just put a shape there. That area, that price is currently trading around. Okay, so this is that area. Price has been respecting that point as support previously, and is bound to face some hesitation. All right, some respect to that area right there. Well, in my experience, okay, this is the aspect of the chart that really matters the most right now. Okay, what we might see is just a pullback, if at all that is going to happen. Okay, we might see a pullback somewhere around in here. Price is going to bang again to the upside. If that pullback doesn't happen, then anywhere around in here, okay, right there, don't be surprised to see price pushing to the upside. So at best, if you are trading the euro against the American dollar, you want to only be searching for long opportunities. Please do not go short. You want to be looking for opportunities to buy. All right, buy or long opportunities. You are quite safe because the directional bias itself has changed. No more to the downside. Price is now pushing to the upside. Okay. All right, let's see the weekly time frame. You can see that rejection right here. Let's draw our level of resistance just from the tip. Change that color to blue. All right, so you can see this area here was holding price as a support right there, and price was able to even push to the upside, but was faced with that long-term area of resistance. So that is the dark spot. Price is faced between a level of support right here and resistance. Okay, it is going to decide on which direction it wants to take, so give it some time. Let's see the daily time frame. In the daily time frame, let's compress this chart a bit. You can see how price has been pushing up, giving us higher swing lows. That means we had a good trend here. The momentum has remained to the upside, and that is the directional change I was talking about. So let's draw our trend line, our standard trend line. Beginning from that point, you want to only take the tips. You don't want to be wobbly with your trend lines. All right, so that is it. This bounce, the focal point of that trend line, that is the focal point. This is the outer bounce. Okay, you always want to draw the outer trend lines. You don't want to draw all of these ones here. Okay, so right now this is the last line of our defense. Okay, for the euro against the American dollar. Anything here is against that area of support, and you don't want to be trading against that area of support. Okay, so let's see. Like I said, price is trapped between support and resistance. So that is it for us. We want price to show us a clear hint around in here on which directional bias it's going to take. We prefer to be looking for long opportunities. So if price comes all the way here and we get a solid bounce, then we will be going long again, probably for the resumption of this uptrend. Okay, so this is where we are waiting to see if we can find an entry, a bounce to the upside. Okay, all right, enough of the euro against the American dollar. I'm not really going to look into the lower time frames because there is nothing much to discuss there. Let's move into the next pair. Let me fire in the euro against the sterling pounds. Resize my chart. Okay, let's bring back this. All right, this is the euro against the sterling pounds. Let me apply my template. Okay, let's look into the monthly time frame. Let's begin from there. You can see that price has been in a bit of a range. Okay, so let's mark the high of that monthly time frame. Let's keep it here. All right, that's the high. Change my color to magenta. Okay, this is also an area here. Let's just mark this. All right, that is an area. You can see the bounces right there. That's an area. All of these ones here have been invalidated. All right, price has breached up, breached down, so we are not going to draw, we are not going to keep these ones. Okay, so this is the key areas, and this one here, this is an area of resistance for the euro against the sterling pounds. All right, what else? We can draw this one here. Let's keep this one. This is the final swing low, the monthly time frame. We are not going to be zooming in or zooming out this chart. All right, we won't do that. We are not going to zoom out this chart to something like this. You don't do that. Most of the histories are really old, so we'll be concentrating. This is the normal chart zoom level, so we'll be concentrating on what is happening now. All right, okay, now let's there is really nothing to trade here in the monthly time frame. Price is still a bit far from this area, and also very far from the lower boundary right here. So let's look into the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, euro against the sterling pound. Okay, it looks like price has been in a trend. Let's try to draw that trend line from this low. This trend line was broken. We can keep this one. Let's change that color to blue. So whenever we see a line running through with the blue color, we know it's coming from the weekly time frame. Okay, so this bounce there. This is the inner bounce. We are more concerned with the outer bounce, so that one there. Price is close to the monthly, still far away from the weekly time frame. This push to the upside is almost exhausted, and price is likely to make some pullbacks. All right, it's likely to make some pullbacks before resuming that push. So be careful trading long around this area. Okay. All right, and also last week close, these two candles, if you combine those two candles together, you'll be having something like this. Let me try to draw that. You'll be having a candle that looks more or less like this. Okay, an inverted hammer formation, which is a sign of exhaustion that price might push to the downside. So a combination of the last two weekly candles right there will give you that inverted hammer formation. Okay, all right, that is not what we are trading. In the daily time frame, let's see what's going on here. We also have a trend line. Let's draw that trend line there, this point to the upside. All right, change that color to red. Price is still a bit far from the daily trend line. Okay, price is coming to the downside, so it is good to search for short opportunities. We have all of this room to look for short entries in the euro against the sterling pound, so that is enough room to search for short entries, and that seems to be a pullback. Price is coming back with some momentum, and with those weekly candles are closed, it is good for us to keep searching for short opportunities. Let's see the 4 hours time frame. All right, this is the 4 hours time frame, and there is something I would like to show you here. There is a good pattern that we should be following in this pair right here. This is the overall pattern. See how price kept bottoming out around that area. Okay, that's heavy support, and for most of you, you are quite familiar with this type of pattern. Okay, this is more of a shoulder. That is the head right there. This is another shoulder. I'm sure you are familiar with that. This is a major reversal pattern that the price is changing direction. Okay, all right, and the expected move is this. Measure from the high to the bottom, from the breakout point to somewhere there. All right, from the high here to the neckline. This is the neckline. Should give you an equal distance. All right, let's say this is the head right here to the neckline. You should also have equal distance. So H-shan, that's for the shoulder pattern, should be equal to the next H-shan. Sorry about that. All right, so from here to here should be equal to this to this. So you can see that this is how far this pair can move again as it is. All right, so we are bearish in the euro in the euro against the sterling pounds. Let's mark at this level. The 4 hours chart, we're going to use green. Okay, and we got one criteria for field: solid breakout. See that breakout candle? That's a momentum bar, and that is what we like to see. That is to show you that the price action here is happening in heavy momentum. All right, there is plenty of selling pressure in this pair, and this pair should be pushing to the downside. So as traders here, what are we looking to trade here? We need a pullback. We need price to pull back to that zone, somewhere around in there. Okay, that is where we are going to be waiting to click on our sell button. We are going to go short around there once the pullback happens, and we'll be looking to ride the next move to the downside. You don't want to go short blindly. All right, we'll be using our faithful magic dot indicator in the 15 minutes time frame. I repeat, the magic dot indicator is what we will be using to get into this trade in the 15 minutes time frame. Let's see the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame. All right, let's apply the daily box indicator. Okay, This is the daily box indicator. You will see how we got price pushed to the downside nicely, entered into a sideways bias. All right, that is the range. Then the breakout happens. So what we need now is a pullback to retest former levels that have been acting as a support for us to now trade the flow to the downside, which may now act as resistance right here. Okay, so this is where we'll be waiting in the 15 minutes time frame for a pullback. Once price pulls to that point, we'll be watching our magic dot indicator very closely for a bounce to the downside. So this is the trade plan for the euro against the sterling pounds. Directional bias is to the downside for the most important part of this upcoming trading week. All right, enough of that. Let's move into the next pair. Let me bring in that pair, the Australian dollar against the Swiss franc. Australian dollar against the Swiss franc. Give me a second. Australian dollar against the Swiss franc. All right, there you go. Let me resize my chart window. Okay, get that right. Okay, that is it. Let's apply our template. Great. Now to the monthly time frame. What's been going on here? Plenty of hesitation, right? See, for several months, this pair must have been a very difficult one to trade because price has remained stuck in that particular area. Okay. All right. Let's analyze this chart. In the monthly time frame, we got lower swing highs that shows a downtrend. So let's draw that trend line and see what has happened to it. Be more precise with your lines. Is that it? Going to be precise right here. Okay, good. Change that line to the magenta color. All right, you can obviously see how price bounced off that level. That is the focal point. This is a retest, and again another retest right there. All right, let me bring this chart a bit forward. Okay, all right, so with that retest, like I said, you want to be very precise, accurate with your trend lines. That's bounce, retest. Okay, right now let's zoom in this chart so you can get a clearer picture. You will see how price has broken that line with a solid breakout candle right here. Okay, that is a nice breakout. And what are we seeing next? A congestion for August. What is expected here? The next immediate move should be a continuation pattern, right? So in the monthly time frame, we have a valid breakout, congestion, continuation pattern. This is a valid setup. Okay, a valid setup for us. If you are not familiar with this strategy, then you want to check the website. Let me show you. In the website here, it's a free course. All right, just come in here under this window. You will see it right there. It's a free trading course, free trading strategies. All right, it's our free treat. It is called the breakout congestion continuation pattern. That is it right here. Once you click on it, you should be able to watch that strategy for free. Okay, all right, let's continue. So this is to tell you that the directional bias for this month should be more to the upside on the Australian dollar against the Swiss franc. So you want to be searching for only long opportunities in this pair. I mean the Australian dollar against the Swiss franc. Let's see the weekly time frame. In the weekly time frame, you can see how price has made much of a hesitation around that area. And last week candle close is a very bullish one. All right, it's a bullish one. Price should be pushing to the upside straight on. Let's see the daily time frame. Daily time frame. Let me bring back this chart to the normal zoom level. All right, daily time frame. Now in the daily time frame, we had a trend line. Let's draw this. Let's be more precise with that line. I'm going to mark that in red. Okay, price did not quite retest or bounce off that trend line. It came close to it but did not bounce. Right now the directional bias is to the upside. Let's mark the upper level of resistance. Okay, for this week, prices are bound to a push to hit that level of resistance. So you want to remain bullish here, searching for only long opportunities in the Australian dollar against the Swiss franc. Let's see the lower time frames and see where we want to get on board in this pair. The 4 hours time frame, nothing really. Let's see the 1 hour time frame. Let's move this line. It is not really accurate in the short time frames. Let's take it away from the shorter time frames. Sorry about that. Let me take it away from the shorter time frames. I'm going to keep it in the long term. All right, now this is the 1 hour time frame. Let's apply our daily box indicator. Good. Draw our levels of our key levels of support and resistance. We have we concentrate in the past 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is still very close, so we can still keep that. Let's just mark that level. All right, great. So that is it, and keep that line in black. Black right here. Okay. All right, you can see how price has broken above that key level of resistance. This is a key level, in fact an area of resistance. Nice breakout candles. What we should be waiting for now is a pullback to this area right there. This is a high quality setup. If price makes that pullback to this zone, this is where we will be waiting to take our buy entry in this pair. The Australian dollar against the Swiss franc is absolutely bullish, and we will be waiting at this point to go long. Okay, so this is where we'll be waiting to make our money in this pair. All right, enough of this, and as usual, we'll be using the magic dot indicator to go long. Let's now look into the final pair. I am sorry, this review is getting too long already. Let's look at the last pair, which is the sterling pounds against the Swiss franc. Resize my chart window. Okay, resize the upside. This other side. Okay, then I'm going to apply my pretty indicator, my pretty template. Great, that is it. Let's see the monthly time frame very quickly. In the monthly time frame, this level here, this one here, let's draw that, is still too far away from price, but let's just keep that. Let's use the magenta color. It's still quite far away from price, very far. Let's just keep that. It's too old. What else? This level here has been damaged. You can see how price has messed around that area, so we are not going to keep that. This one here is too far and old. All right, old enough. I will not want to keep that one. There is an area of resistance here as well. Well, I will not want to draw that because this has taken care of that, so I will not want to keep that. Again, there is a falling trend line right there. I will want to keep that one. Let's draw that. All right, let's zoom in this chart a bit so you can see a clearer picture here. Great. Now you can see how price respected that line. Okay, and that level, that line was broken. We got a pullback to that area. Right now price is bouncing to the upside. That means the directional bias for this pair is more to the upside. Okay, so in the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar for the entire month, we should be concentrating on looking for buy opportunities alone. Okay, all right, let's zoom out this chart to a normal chart zoom level. Let's see the weekly time frame. We are going to be precise with this line. Actually, this level should even belong to the weekly time frame. For those of you who have been following us for some time now, you will know we have reviewed this pair before, and we were talking about the trend collapse strategy here. Okay, with this bounce there, the breakout, the pullback, that was the entry point That would have been the ideal entry location. Okay, but then much of hesitation for several weeks, sideways price behavior there before we started seeing the actual move to the upside from last week. So let's see the sideways behavior in the daily time frame. All right, this is the daily time frame, and that is the sideways behavior I was talking about. So let's mark the boundaries of that sideways price action. Mark that in red. It is actually an area. All right, price topping out around that point. It is actually an area, and even a flat top triangle. To be more precise, even a flat top triangle. You see the breakout there? Nice breakout to the upside. So what are we waiting for? We want price to make that pullback to this area for a push to the upside. This is the trade plan for this pair, and this is a high quality signal. All right, once we get the pullback, of course, in the live trading room, we'll be discuss the entries there. Let's see the forward time frame. Nothing really here. The 1 hour time frame, let's bring in the daily box indicator as always. All right, in the 1 hour time frame, there is really nothing here, but there is really not a good price action here. But in the longer time frames, that the daily time frame, we are waiting for the pullback to this level to look for our buy opportunity. What we will want to see here is sideways price action on the first trading day, being Monday, giving us that Tokyo range, that faithful Tokyo range, for us to trade the London open breakout strategy, which is one of our core trading strategies. And if price breaks to the downside, then we'll be shooting all the way here. So we'll be trading that pullback in the lower time frame. It will be a valid setup if we get that sideways Tokyo range. Okay. So at any rate, the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar is a pair for us to keep our eyes on for this month. Okay. All right, folks, this is basically all. If you haven't joined the live trading room yet, you still have the chance to join. Okay, because very soon we'll be shutting the doors. Let me show you that. Like I said, we are likely to shut the doors very soon. So just visit the site. This is the website right here. If you haven't joined yet, visit that website. You can scroll down to read some of the information. All right, this is part of our services right there. Just keep going down. Just a pieces of information here and there. This is myself here. This is the master, the seasoned trader himself, the strategy creator. You can also communicate with us live. All right, this is that box. Just click on it, and we will be there to chat with you live. Once you click on it, begin the chatting. Okay, we are always there to chat with you. If we are not there, then simply drop your message. You can also enjoy some free trading strategies here, like I showed you before. Just all of these are free trading strategies. You have the advanced indicators that we use ourselves. There is the line copier service, which can transfer all of our technical analysis directly to your charts. Okay, there is a video there for you to watch, and of course the the core trading strategies that we trade ourselves are all here. The mentoring course, you can click on that. All right, if you are interested to join the live trading room, then simply let me log out just to show you that. Simply click on the live trading room. Okay, just click on the live trading room. You might want to watch the brief video put here by Hector. Then register your account and go next. Okay, when you go next, you will see the pricing plan. You can click on the pricing plan right here. You can click there. You will see all of the prices. All right, depending on the plan, we are actually giving a 30 days free trial for 30 days, just for $10 only, because 7 days, 5 days is not enough for you to evaluate any signal provider. All right, you need up to at least 30 days, 4 trading weeks, for you to evaluate a signal provider before you want to proceed, either subscribing to other plans before or ignoring the service entirely. All right, so 30 days for $10 is a fair deal. So try it for 30 days, then you can decide whether to continue or not. And bear in mind, after your 30 days, if you are not satisfied, then just ignore the service. Our payment structure is not on automatic renewal. Once the 30 days is over, you will simply be deactivated from the service. And if you wish to continue, you can come here manually, select other plans. All right, choose other plans and click on them and continue enjoying the service. You don't want to try to click twice on the trial plan. Once you have enjoyed the first 30 days and you go ahead to click here again for the second time, well, I am sorry, that money, that $10 will be hanging. You will not have access to the live trading room. Okay, so only once you want to subscribe to this plan, just once, only once. I repeat, only once, one time. For subsequent times, you want to choose between these other plans. All right, this other subsidizer plan. You have the silver, which is of course the 1 month standard plan. You have the gold, which is 3 months. This is subsidized. Then you have the platinum plan, 6 months, also subsidized. Or you can subscribe for a full year, just like some of our members have done. 12 months in a row for $20. Trust me, it's a service that you will actually like. All right, it's an educational platform where you actually learn and can as well earn some money. Okay. All right, folks, I will be waiting for you. I will be expecting you in the live trading room. This is my account, and I am right here. This is the window where you will be watching us live, analyzing the markets 2 times a daily. Okay, we'll be talking to you 2 times daily, and also trading the news announcement. Okay, this is the chat window, and if you scroll down, you will see our signals. All right, our trade signals are down here. Okay, sorry about taking much of your time. I am going to stop this video right now. Thanks for watching, as we'll be discussing further about other 28 pairs in the live trading room. Cheers, and you have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.